Yeah, okay, so we can start, I think. So first of all, thank you very much for coming here. Yeah, I'm glad to share with you my knowledge. Also, thank you to everyone who joined us online. And first that I want to say that after the presentation, the recording will be sent to everyone, also the project that we will do today, and also a PDF from me with my selected prompts and other materials. Okay, so our agenda today will be like introduction, a little bit into the vibe coding, also about me. Then we will start vibe coding for 1 hour, and we will make iOS application from scratch until, I don't know, not ready for publishing in App Store, but yeah, it will be compiled and built on my iPhone that you will see here. This is my real screen. So yeah, just a proof. Yeah, and after that, there will be time for questions and answers, and I will answer to the main question that everybody is thinking about: will AI replace programmers? You will hear my opinion, and by the way, this entire workshop is very opinionated, so that's my sole opinion. Yeah, and after that, we will have time to talk to each other if you want, networking, and then we will wrap up. Also, as you hear me, just prepare your questions. At the end, I will try to answer everything. Okay. Okay. So about me, I'm Sergey Koval. I was born in Ukraine, and I relocated here in Luxembourg 2.5 years ago. And I started programming for iOS 17 years ago. So first iPhone came out on 2008, and I published my first app on 2009. So since that time, yeah, I published more than 100. I already stopped counting long ago. So yeah, a lot of apps. So I have really good experience in making apps from scratch in Objective-C, in Swift, SwiftUI, and so on, and to the publishing, and more importantly, to marketing apps to make them profitable. But I want to say that this particular workshop is not concentrated or focused on iOS, no, or on mobile. It's for everyone. So I will show you main principles and prompts that you can use, for example, to create a website, I don't know, a backend, whatever you want. It works for everything. So the vibe coding started for me in 2024, like 2 years ago. I know some people started even earlier, but for me, it was like 2 years ago. So what is vibe coding? That's when you describe in human language what you want to build, and the AI writes the code. So this is the quote from Andrei Karpathy, who was the leader, the manager of the AI direction in Tesla. Also, he was a part of the team who created YouTube, so he knows what he's saying. And there is a saying or even a joke in Silicon Valley that the main programming language that is left for us is English, actually. But there are actually 2,500 approximately different programming languages. And yeah, there are popular ones, there are old ones like COBOL, for example, or assembler. But in my opinion, the programming language, its significance is becoming less and less important. So I would not say that vibe coding is not touching code at all. It's, yeah, you still need to understand what you're doing, but it's more architecturally related. So you don't need to memorize all the syntax of the language, and so on. You need to give the architectural direction, and also keep in mind that you also need to make it secure, testable, and you must be sure that when you return to that code a year later, you understand actually what is done, what is doing actually that code. So yeah, you can talk to your IDE in plain English, but not only English. You can talk to it in your language, actually, in any language. So it's just a AI model behind the hood, behind the scenes, that just translates your what you're saying, and yeah, and does what you tell it to do. So I would say that my productivity increased 20x, 20x, or 50, even 50x. Yeah, that's for sure. Because what took previously around 3-4 months, now you can do it in 30 minutes. So throughout my career, there was a KPI, there was a norm for a developer to write from 100 lines of code per day to 300 lines of code. So it's considered the norm for the developer. But some medium applications, they can take like 10,000 lines. So it's around 4 months of development. So, but now you can do it in 1 hour. So the code is literally costs now almost zero. But we are only at the beginning of the path, because actually, yeah, despite the fact that 41%, already 46% of entire code is written by AI, still only the 16% of people ever used AI at least once. So it's roughly 1 billion people who used AI at least once. And only 0.4% paid for AI at least once. And only 0.03% are actually using AI agents in a kind of in a more advanced way than just chatting with the ChatGPT. So I think you're here because you're in this small percentage, and me as well. So yeah, just imagine 7 billion people never used AI. So there is a lot of room to grow, and a long way to go. Okay, so what's the difference between different AI agents? So we know there are big four, like OpenAI with ChatGPT, Anthropic with Claude, Gemini from Google, and Grok from XAI. Yeah, these are the big models in US and here in America, in Europe. Also, we have Mistral. It's not popular in US, but here it's popular. I really respect this model also. And there are Chinese models. So I will talk about them a little bit later. Each of those big models, big companies, they have their own kind of program to code other programs. So for example, for OpenAI, it's Codex. For Anthropic, it's a Claude Code, and so on. But there are also kind of third-party IDE programs. IDE is an integrated development environment. It's the big program to code other programs, as you know. So yeah, they are mostly based on VS Code, and they allow you to use any model you want. So they just give you the tools. And also, third kind of big collection is the CLI tools. It's the command line tools. Yeah, for the iOS development, in my opinion, CLI is not convenient. So I'm using Isa Tray, the IDE from ByteDance. ByteDance is the company who did the TikTok. So this is their product. And I use it because it's for me, it's the most convenient IDE. For example, I used Cursor, Windsurf. Yeah, I can show you the icons. Coder, anti-gravity, Cloud Code, Codex, and so on. So, but my choice actually, yeah, primarily about Tray, and I will tell you why later. So our plan, we will do the app. Then after I do the app, we will be able to add a feature to the app. And this will be interactive poll with you. So I will show you a QR code, and to the online audience, I will send a link. So you will be able to select one of 3 different features that I will code after the main application. Yeah, so also I will show you how to do the image input during the vibe coding, the audio input, which is for me is the game-changing feature. And also there is a very good feature in Tray called the prompt enhancement. That's when you write some prompt like you can or you want in a couple of words, for example, and then the IDE enriches your prompt, makes it bigger and more detailed, so that you get more better result actually. So I really hope that something breaks during this process, so that I could show you how to debug it and how to fix it. Because in many cases it doesn't break, so the AI just does his job. But let's see. Okay, so live coding starts. So what's the app? Today we will code the app, which is called the Earthquake Monitor. So this app will show a map and all the earthquakes happening now in real time over the Earth. And also my iPhone will be working as a live seismographer. So it will kind of use its sensors to get the shaking and yeah, throttling of everything. So you will see. Yeah, so let's go deep inside. So this is Tray. This is the IDE I'm using, and it can work in 2 modes. The simple IDE mode, but I'm switching here to the solo modes. What is solo mode? Solo is the agent, actually. It's the AI agent written especially for this IDE that does better job. And here we have 2 types of that agent. So the solo coder and the solo builder. So the builder is used mainly for web. If you're doing web, it's your choice. But for mobile and yeah, everything else, I'm using the solo coder always. Next, so what I'm doing next, I must select the model that I want to use. So here it is. Let me zoom it. So there is a down or drop up where you can actually select a model. Just a second. Yeah. So you can keep it in auto mode. So the program will decide for you which model to use. It will try to save you money, so to say, and save the context. And you can also choose one of the built-in models. And here you must do a good choice, because all the models, they are different, actually. So, for example, the ChatGPT 5.4 in beta, I'm not so sure it's very good, because it's in beta. It's not, I don't know, tested enough. So what I would choose, it's a ChatGPT 5.3 codex, because it's specializing in coding. Yeah. And but why here we have GPT 5+2? Because it's cheaper. If you're doing a lot of vibe coding, like me, for example, I'm doing like 3, 4 projects simultaneously every day. Yeah, it can be costly, really costly. So yeah, I would recommend from the built-in models, I would recommend you the Gemini 3.4 Pro. In my opinion, for iOS development, it's one of the best ones. Then the Minimax, the Chinese models, yeah, the Chinese did really good job. So they have a lot of great models, like for example, Minimax, Kimi, Qwen, and so on, and all, of course GLM. I will show you later. But you can also add your custom models. So these 5 models I added myself. These are all Chinese models, and from all those 5s, the best results shows the Minimax High Speed and GLM5. But GLM5 is not so reliable. It often gives me the network error, so I have to restart the chat or yeah, resume the conversation. So the Minimax High Speed is really stable and really smart, so I use that. So let me show you quickly how you can add your third-party model. For example, you don't want to use the built-in models, so yeah, you just go here and add this small button to add the model, and it gives you the dialog. So you can choose the provider. Let's say I want Grok from XAI. I selected provider. Yeah, just let me make it bigger. Then I can select the model of Grok, for example. Code fast is more or less fine. Then I need to insert the API key. So I hope you all know what's API key. Yeah. Okay. So the API key is the string, the code, the password that gives you access to the service. Instead of a login and passwords, you just have one long password. So to get the API key, I just click this button and I go to the console where I can select a team, and I go to the API keys. I create a new API key, workshop. And yeah, just create the key. So here I have the key. I copy paste it. I will delete it afterwards. And I paste it here and add the model. Okay, it's failed. Yeah, okay, let's not stop here. So this should work for you. Maybe it's something with internet, but yeah, it's the main way how to add your model. Yeah, so for the Minimax that I'm using, I just want to show you something. So I added $25 2 weeks ago, and I still have 21. It's really cheap. I'm not the advocate or ambassador of Minimax, no, not at all. But yeah, I'm just giving you my advice how to save money. Okay. Let's close this. So it's time to code actually. So first thing I want to give it is the prompt. The description of the app, the more detailed the description, the better the result you will get. So I just tell it what I want to build, how the app is named, and what it does actually. I'm not giving it too much technical details. So I'm presuming I'm an average user, average person who doesn't have 17 years of coding on iOS. So I don't know, for example, yeah, let's imagine I don't know what API is, yeah, things like that. So I just tell it what I want in my own words, and then I just tell it some technical details. Yeah, I wanted to use. So for example, use internal device sensor. I know there is a sensor for that, and use Apple Map because there is Google Map and so on. Yeah, so let's copy paste it into the tray. Yeah, by the way, since we are starting coding, I'm setting the timer for 1 hour. So let's go. Yeah, guys online, here's the timer. Yeah, so copy paste, but that's not all. Yeah, that's only the beginning. So what I need to do first is to tell the IDE, the program, that I need a plan. First, I need a plan. To make it work in the plan mode, I type slash, and then there is a choice of 2 options: the plan and the spec. So it's a little bit misleading, but you need to use the spec, not the plan, because the plan it's for the small features, and the spec it's for entire application. So I select spec, and then that's also not all. Next, I want to give this model some instructions. So I have this, which says, you are a super skilled senior Apple engineer, and you must code this app no matter what in 60 minutes. Yeah. And then I tell it what to do and what not to do. So it's really important to tell the model what not to do, to give it restraints, the limits. It's really important. So I also copy paste it after spec. And at the end of it, I give it the mandatory coding instructions. So I will give you these instructions. These are instructions that I crystallized during my career, and they work, and they kind of make your model keep track and don't give you crap. So you can also copy paste it every time you want. For example, I tell it to write absolute minimum code, not bloated code. Do not do sweeping changes, because sometimes model just deletes a couple of files and writes a new. And no unrelated edits. Yeah, and don't break existing functionality, don't break the UI, things like that. Also, I set it the minimum version that I want, iOS 18. And yeah, so, and also I tell it, if you want something from me, just ask. Yeah, don't guess, ask me. That's all. Let's go and paste it. Okay, we are ready, so let's go. Let's see what it does. Yeah, it tells me there is no project. Of course. I forgot about that. So it needs some container, some folder to work in. So I go to Xcode. I don't know if you know, but Xcode is the main program for creating iOS and macOS applications. And I create a new project, new bare bones, absolutely simple project for iOS, just an app. Next, and I give it a name, Earthquakes. I select the interface to be Swift UI, for those who knows, and the language Swift. So I don't select any tests. I don't want tests right now. And no storage for now. We don't need storage for POC, for proof of concept. Yeah, so let's go next. Yeah, by the way, a really important thing here is to create a Git repository. For those of you who doesn't know what Git is, it's a system to save your work. It's like when you're playing a video game and you save level by level, it's the same. You save your code, just to be sure that when it breaks, you can kind of go back and try something else. Because if you do a lot of work and then the AI just makes your code a crap, a nonsense, a spaghetti, you have something that you can return to. Yeah. Just a second. Yeah. So I created in the downloads folder, and let's create. So I keep it open because we will launch and compile the app from here. And now I return to the tray and tell it where the project is. Downloads, earthquakes, open. Okay, it started working, analyzing. So I think it will take it around 5 minutes to plan the work. So while it's planning its work, you can, of course, just sit here and read what it gives you, the output. But instead of this, let's do the application icon for our app. We need an icon. We need the graphic. Yeah, we need this thing like this or this. So for that, I just open the side panel where I can create a parallel task. So I just click new task and I tell it I need a app icon square and for iOS. So look at this description and give me a prompt. I need a prompt from it. Give me a prompt for another AI image model to generate an icon. And I will now copy paste this again, the description. But one important thing I want to tell you that if you just press enter on the keyboard, it will start doing something, but we don't want that. I want to add another line. So to add another line in this box, you need to press shift and enter. Okay. Let it work. So let's go back to the first task and see what it's doing. It's doing something. Okay, so it's created the architecture MD file, the spec file, and the tasks file. So I asked it to create, all those files, and it already started working without asking me. What the hell? Normally it asks, should I start on this? Oh no, that's unexpected, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, so where is the prompt? Yeah, here. So it created a separate file for that. Yeah. So I clicked open diff. The diff is the difference between the old file and the new file, or it just shows a new file that was created. And I can see what it created. So let's see the prompt. Yeah, it's okay, I think. Just copy paste it. And let's go to ChatGPT and just ask it, generate, and paste the prompt. Okay, it started creating an image. Let's go back and see what's going on here. Okay, so it's working. Yeah, so while it's working, I would like to show you how I talk to it. So I really don't like to write anything. So there is a voice mode. And the voice mode is this small icon, this microphone, voice input. And what I do normally, I will not send this prompt anywhere, but just as an example. So I just turn on the voice mode. Okay, so your best effort and best knowledge, if needed, just search the internet, how to create a nice user UI. Yeah, if you need, use the agent for it. We have it already installed. So yeah. You can tell it whatever you want with all the words like, I don't know, like yeah, and so on. Sometimes you can even yell at it or swear at it. It's fine. It's completely fine. I do it because it, in my opinion, it makes the model to kind of identify better priorities. If I'm mad at it, it understands that, yeah, it's the priority, actually. And then there is a prompt enhancement button, which you just click, and it will try to make your prompt more effective. So let's do what it does. It's also using AI for that, but what's good about that, it really reads your project. It reads the spec, it reads the plan, and it understands what you want. Yeah, so yeah, good prompt. I will not read it now. You can undo it if you don't like it, and so on. But this feature is available. Okay. Okay, we got something. Let's go and see. No, this is the image prompt. Or yeah, this is it. So let's see what it tells us. Wait. Ah, yeah, here. So the earthquake monitor app is complete. But let's not take it for granted. We will, of course, check it out. And yeah, let's run it on device. So I can open the div and see what exactly it did. Yeah, normally it's a good way to do if you know the code. But if you just want to trust it, yeah, just try to compile it and run. So it tells me how to run it. I know it already. So let's go to the Xcode, and we see that there are new files already created. And all I need is just to select here in the top the destination where I wanted to run and hit run. But it tells me that the iOS version is not the same. Yeah, that's expected. So I go to the project. It tells me basically that the version of the app is higher than the version of my device. I have iPhone 13 Pro Max, and it runs a little bit outdated software. So what I want to do is to change the minimum deployment version. So here I have the latest iOS version. I don't need that. I want iOS 18, for example. It's okay. Yeah, and then let's try to select it again. Then now there is no warning. Yeah, I select it and hit run. Okay, something launched. Let's see what we have. Okay, we have 2 tabs and error, map and error. Failed to parse data. The data, it couldn't be read. Yeah, it's great. Thank you. So it's it's retrying the call, and I can kind of do anything. So I just stop and I open the log. There is a log. Yeah. And I try to read the log. I already see there is nothing useful in the log. So I just go back to the model and I tell it something like this. Hey, the app cannot fetch the data. Are you sure you're parsing it correctly? Just check it out. And I send it to it. While it's thinking, let's go to the ChatGPT and see what we have for the icon. Not very good, but not bad also. So this is not the design workshop, so I will not change the icon now. Normally, I want to tweak something here, but yeah, that's fine. So I just copy it, just drag it to my downloads folder, and then I open it and just check the size. The size is correct. iOS icon should be 1024 per 1024. So let's put it in the project. I go back to Xcode. I open the assets and app icon, and then I just drag it here. Any appearance? Yeah, I need only one appearance. I don't need light appearance and dark appearance, not for this time. So I just select none here. So yeah, now we have the icon. Let's go back to Tray. So basically, another very good feature of Tray, it gives you the sound when it finishes. It's very convenient because other IDEs don't do that. Not all of them, but many of them. So let's go. What it wants? It wants to delete a file. Why? Yeah, because it doesn't need it anymore. Okay, let's delete the file. Yeah, so one thing I wanted to show you as well, there is a better way to talk to the model. Yeah, you can use this button for the voice input, but it's a little bit slow and it's not always recognizing what you're telling. So what I'm personally using, it's the Super Whisper app. You can go to superwhisper.com. Again, no affiliation. Yeah, it's just my personal choice. You download it for a Mac, and there is a free option to use a free model. And basically, yeah, I just press a shortcut like this, and then I just tell something, and it perfectly recognizes what I'm telling. Even if I'm mumbling, rumbling, something like that, it really, yeah, does a good job recognizing what I said. Yeah, then you can just it copies the recognized text into the buffer, into the pasteboard, and you can just copy paste it later. Okay, let's go back here. Build succeeded, and it says it should work. Let's open the div and check it out. Yeah, it did something with the parsing as I expected. And the fetching, there was no fetching. Yeah, no wonder it doesn't work. Okay, so let's go back to Xcode and just run it again. Yeah, nothing changed. So I'm getting mad a little bit. So I'm telling this. So man, what are you doing? You're showing me the same error you did the first time. First, you cannot fetch the data. That's obvious. Second, when I press the button to dismiss the dialog, it keeps popping up. So just think better, please, and do something about it. If you're not sure, just add a lot of prints to see the log, to see a lot of log in debug panel. So yeah, we can just track the issue. Yeah. I will not enhance this prompt because it will make it more loyal. I just want to send it like this. Yeah, you see, it says, the user is frustrated. No wonder. Okay, let's wait a little bit, then I will tell you something more useful during this time. Yeah, so there are things that can make your work with the IDE even more efficient. We have rules, we have skills, we have MCP, and we have agents. So yeah, these are completely important separate things. So let me just show you some of them. I want to show you what rules are. So to show it to you, I go to settings, and there is this thing, rules. So here I have rules that I added myself. To make my work more efficient. So I added a rule for Swift UI. I added rule for it to know how to use the chain of thought. I added refactoring rules and some general rules like this one. To show you a rule is just a set of instructions, and it's normally up to 500 characters. It's quite short. So I tell it to give concise, brief output. Why? It's really important because it also saves your money. So as you know, maybe every model has the context window. So what's the context window? The context window is the number of tokens that you can, the model remembers during your conversation with it. So it's not characters, it's tokens. A token in English, it's normally from 2 to 4 symbols or characters. This is one token. So currently in this model, I have 128,000 tokens. And this kind of, for me, it's a one conversation. So during this conversation, yeah, the model remembers everything and works like a charm. But if you keep communicating with the model, and and the context window finishes, so everything that you had above get clipped. Forget it, it's gone. So that's why it's important to use, if you have some really responsible task to do, it's better to use a model with a higher context window. For example, 1 million is a lot, and it's 1 million context. It's like 1,000 pages of the book, for example. But there is a trick in Tray specifically to compress the context window. I will show you. So the rules are just your instructions. I crystallized these rules during my my work. So I didn't copy them from anything, and I will also send you these rules that you could use it in your work. And what's specific about the rules? The model reads them every time. So okay, let's go back and see what it did. It's still not sure what's happening. It wants me to launch the app and copy paste the debug output. Okay, I'll do that. Let's go back to Xcode and run it. Okay, something changed, but not too much. Dismiss. So let's go to another tab to see at least what's there. Okay, at least this tab is working. So it uses the internal sensors of iPhone to detect the shaking, the motion. So if I do like this, you see, it reacts. So it works nice. And at the top, it also shows us the peak amplitude in G. And I can also reset it, the top thing, and do something. Okay, so if we have an earthquake coming here, we will know. That's fine, but the first step still doesn't work. Okay, let's stop it and copy paste the debug output. So just like this, just select everything and copy paste. No thinking, no distilling. Bam, enter. While it's thinking, let's go to skills. So I have also a skill here, a number of skills. So the skill is the set of instructions how to make a specific job. So the rules and the skills are different. Rules just tell the model general rules, and the skill, it tells the model how to do the specific job. So for example, I often work with a Firebase backend, and I have specific skills for it to know how to work with Firebase for me, like to do the hosting, to do some basics like authentication for iOS and so on. So it's just reading the skills and it's using it. And also there are other skills like, for example, how to use the module in Firebase for the AI logic, how to do the code review. It can do the code review for me. And also there is a Swift UI skill. So the model knows how Swift UI works through this skill. and knows where to search for documentation and some basic things that I want to see on the interface on my app. So yeah, that was rules and skills. Let's see what it gives me now. Okay, it tells me it found 195 earthquakes. Let's check it out. Yeah, before we go to that, let me show you again the feature to compact the context window. So here, under the chat, there is a small percentage thing and the ring. So when you hover your mouse here, you can see how much of the context window you used currently. So it's 53%. Not much, but yeah, there is already a good number to compress it. So I just press the compact and let's see what it does. From 53%, I think it will compress the context window to 2 or 3%. It's very efficient. So why I do this? Again, for the model in this particular chart to remember what we are doing. Because, yeah, if we overflow the context window, yeah, it will just forget something and it will break. I don't like it. Okay, so let's go and try the app again. Okay, we see the status 200, but still no earthquakes. Error loading earthquakes. Why? Why? Okay. I just copy paste it, stop it, and go back to Tray and tell it something like this. Hey, you're still loading something, but I think you're not parsing it in correct way. And the debug log is not enough. Just add more logs, more prints, and let's really try to understand what the issue is. And here is the latest log for you. Yeah. So I already see some errors in the recognition. The latest, not look, the log. So I correct it. Yeah, everything else seems to be good. And I need to copy paste the debug log. So I just copy this again. Yeah. So let's continue with the things like MCP and agents. So what is MCP? MCP is the kind of a connection layer, universal layer that you can use to connect to some other services. To be honest with you, for iOS, I almost don't use it. It's mainly for web, for backend, things like that. But I'm not a backend developer or a web developer, and I really don't use it. I have two MCPs to improve my memory, I mean the AI memory, and Context 7 is to search for documentation. For example, if you need some specific library to use, you just, yeah, the Context 7 will find a relevant documentation for what exactly you're doing right now, and will use it so that the AI will generate the latest code for you, not outdated or deprecated code. Yeah, it's just a way to keep the code modern. Yeah, so MCPs, that was MCPs and the agents. Well, agents are also pieces of code that execute tasks for you. It's similar to skills in a way, but skills do not do for you anything. They don't have the authority or the power to do so. The agent can do something for you, and you should tell it when it should do something, when it should activate and do something for you. For example, there is an agent for UI design. Yeah. Let's see what it does. So I tell it that you're an expert, blah, blah, blah. And then I tell it when to call itself, when to activate. So it knows when to, try to do the job. Using the agents really increases your input of tokens, so it increases the price of the project itself. So I'm also trying not to use them a lot, but sometimes you really need them. So again, the agent is the piece of code that executes something, and it knows when to do it. So normally, when you install Tray or Cursor, for example, if you want Cursor or Windsurf, it's your right. You should do the initial setup. You should add some rules and skills, maybe agents and MCPs, and also some models that you prefer. Yeah, it takes some time, but it will save you a lot of money and time later. Okay, so it did something for us again. Let's see. It tells me the earthquake map should show all the earthquakes. Yeah, let's see. Is it lying to me or not? Yeah, we see something. Okay. The firing of the earthquakes. And we even have something in Europe. Can you believe it? In Italy. So I tapped on it, and it shows me some details about it. Yeah, I kind of like it, but it's not enough to my taste. It's not the working app. So I want some improvements. I want, for example, the circles to be bigger, yeah? And I want the circles to kind of represent the magnitude of the earthquake and also its color. The color, I think, is already representing the magnitude. Yeah, it's obvious. But I also want the value of magnitude inside the circle. So I tell it to do it. Yeah, let's stop it. And I use the voice mode again. Tell it. Okay, so now I see the earthquakes, but I need some improvements. For example, first, I want those circles to be bigger, visible to a man, to a human, yeah? Then I want the value of the magnitude inside each circle. And I also want the size of the circle to kind of represent the magnitude. Yeah, but don't do the circles too small, because I literally cannot tap on them. And also don't make them too big, so that they don't cover half of the screen. Yeah, I hope you understand. This time I want to enhance this prompt because it's not, in my opinion, it's not effective. So let's do it. Yeah, looks okay. And I send it. There is also a way to add your local models, AI models, right on your computer. Why it's good? Because in this case, you will use them for free completely. But it also depends on the kind of on your machine, on your device, if it's capable of running local model or no. So to make sure you can run a local model, you can do to a site called Can I Run AI? Yeah, here. And if you select your machine, for example, this laptop is M3 Pro MacBook Pro, 16 inches, and it has 18 gigabytes of RAM. So yeah, this site will show me what models I can run on a good level, on a decent level, on a almost cannot run, or heavy usage. So yeah, I just don't use it. I tried heavy usage, and I literally cannot use my computer. The well and the decent level are good for you. So you can download something like Llama 8 billion or Qwen 9 billion. Qwen 9 billion is quite good model. Yeah, it runs good on the device. So you can download it. It's normally like 10 gigabytes of data. And yeah, make sure you have space on your hard drive. Yeah, and then you can use a special tool called Olama or ML Studio. I will show you. That allows you to install the model locally. So what it does, basically, it runs the local server. And yeah, you just have it running already. And then you add the model the same way as I showed you before at the beginning. But you just, yeah, you just give it the URL, the local host URL with the port, and it will use your model. Yeah. Really good stuff. For example, if you run out of the tokens completely, you don't have anything on your account anymore, you're out of money, you're broke, blah, blah, blah. So you can download the local model once, and it will do a decent job. Let's go back to Tray. So the visual polish is ready. Let's keep the changes and go back to Xcode and run it. Yeah, something like that. I was expecting something like that. Okay, so I can tap on it. It's color coded. It's big enough. Yeah. Yeah, and it shows what I need. So what we have here, we have yeah, 17 minutes left. So we did it in 43 minutes. Great. But that's not all. So as I, thank you. As I promised you, we will now add an additional feature to this app. And for this additional feature, we will vote with you. So let me do that. I have a special voting thing. So I will copy paste to the guys online the joining link, and you can just try to scan the QR code. I'll try to make it bigger. Yeah. Is it better? Did it work? Yep. Okay, so guys who are online, I'm going to you. In-call messages. Here is the link. Please vote. Let's wait a couple of minutes. Okay, so while we're waiting a couple of minutes, I want to show you something else, some advanced techniques to talk to AI. Sometimes AI really doesn't want to work with you, to cooperate with you. Sometimes, and it's my opinion, especially in the evening when I'm working with AI model from, let's say, morning to the evening, it seems to me that it really gets tired, something like that. Yeah, it's code, it's machine, it's a nonsense. Yeah, even to say this, but I think it's like that. So sometimes it doesn't want to cooperate. So what I do, I have several special magic prompts. I will show you. Where is it? It's just a minute. So I have prompts to harness the model and remind what we are doing actually. For example, I tell it, so we have a problem, now run through this problem and think hard, overthink, ultra think what we missed and what we, I will send it all of you. What we missed and what we can improve. Criticize your own assumptions, yeah, and suggestions, and propose something really useful. It makes the model really try, and then we can correct the plan. For example, it's you see the model is deviating somewhere. We can correct the plan, and also we can focus on the problem. So focus on the problem is a lighter version of harness and remind. Yeah, and when you're completely stuck, absolutely, so that even those two prompts do not help you, I use this one. And this is really a magic one. It looks stupid, maybe not effective, but it really works. I just ask it, is the task doable at all? And it starts to think more deeply about that and gives you a really good, as a rule, a really good answer. Yeah, there are some other things like do not give me the high-level shit. Yeah, if I ask to fix something, I want the actual code, or it's, yeah. What else? Yeah, and some other rules. Yeah, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But yeah, these 5 are very good. It's when you're completely stuck. Okay, so let's see. 73 people voted. Push alert simulator checks if any earthquake happened within 500 km of your current location. Great. Okay. So let me just copy that and go to trade. For this particular case, I'm creating a new chat, and this will create a new context window. And I just tell it, hey man, we need to implement additional feature, and I will give you the high-level description of it, and you must, give me your assumptions and think how to implement it the best way, and the most important thing is to implement it quickly. Before sending it to to the model, I copy paste this thing again because now in the clipboard I have what I told it. Then I just paste it, but at the beginning I'm using the plan shortcut, this one. So as you remember, at the beginning of the project we used the spec to plan the entire project, and since we're just planning an additional feature, not the entire project, I select the plan and send it. Yeah, while it's working, I wanted to tell you some marketing secrets, how to make your app sell better. So, as you might know, in having a success with the iOS app or Android app, you really need to focus on the App Store optimization. Just 1 second. Okay, documents have been generated. Do you want to continue? Wait, let me read it. Yeah. Yeah, looks okay. I will not read it in detail, but let's trust it once again. Yeah, so I created a lot of apps. I'll show you quickly. These are my personal, this is my personal account, not for the clients. Yeah, these are all my apps. Some of them are published, some of them not. For example, I created the Castles of Luxembourg app. Since I love the castles, I created this app to have a list of all the castles, but yeah, that's not the point. And yeah, the very important thing is to give it a nice title that will be searchable in App Store, and subtitle, and also the description. But the very simple trick to make downloads of your app grow twice or even triple is just to localize it. To localize it to as much languages as you can. And now there are a lot of tools for that. You don't need to hire a translator. You don't need to do it yourself. So in App Store, for example, there are 38 available languages. And yeah, you can also tell AI to translate entire app also. It will do it. But then you need to translate the description in the App Store and the titles and the keywords, all the textual information, actually. And to do that, there is a very nice service that I can recommend you because I also was searching for it for a long time and finally found. So it's called the Ship Local. Yeah, like this. And what it does, you add your app here, and it reads your texts from the default language. Default language is normally English. And then it translates instantly to all the languages, to all the 39 languages that are available in the App Store. And it really does a good job. And it knows the context. It knows that it's an app. It's not that the translations are for the people to download it. So yeah, it's easy, quick, and really, yeah, without any pain. Okay, we heard the sound. So we had something done. Yeah. So how it works. Open the app, tap Alert tab, grant location permission when prompted. View nearby earthquakes in the Nearby Alerts section. Each alert shows magnitude, location, distance, and time. Okay, let's try. I don't believe you that it will work from the first try, but let's try. Come on, come on. Okay, what I see additional tab here at the bottom. Yeah. And it's not getting my location. Why is that? Yeah, it shows me the recent earthquakes in the radius of 500 kilometers, but it's not getting my location. Maybe it's getting, but it's showing me the the indicator, the progress indicator. So let's tell it about that. Hey man, thanks for the work, but in the top row, I see the progress indicator that it's trying to locate my location, but the table underneath just shows the recent earthquakes anyway. So I guess you're getting my location already, but you're not refreshing the UI, or what? What's going on? Yeah, I copy paste the debug log again. And yeah, let it run. It sees some issue. That's good. One more thing I wanted to show you is to how easily to create the screenshots for iOS, for example. Yeah, there is a tool, I really like it, that does it really great. It's called the Butter Kit. It's an app for macOS. And let's see some of my recent work. Okay, so what's special about this app is that it allows you to manipulate the frame of the iPhone in 3D. So you can rotate it as you want, you can add your screenshots, and it will look professional. That's one thing. Second thing, it will translate your screenshots in all the languages. So you will have translated screenshots. It's a high-level job for every language. So for example, I have the same translated for Arabic. Yeah, it does so automatically. It's free because I added my own ChatGPT with the API key. So for me, it's it's more or less free. And yeah, it's slow. You need a couple of hours to for it to translate everything and to upload everything to the App Store. But then you have this. So I have, if I switch the language here, I have all my screenshots translated to all other languages. And believe me, it's really boosts your downloads because, for example, to the guys in China or in Saudi Arabia, they have money, but they just don't want to download something in English, for example. So, okay, let's go back to Tray and see what it did. Fix the UI refresh issue. Okay, looks promising. Let's try. We are on time. No. Let me check one thing. Okay, man, you're making me nervous already. So you're still not getting my location. I see the progress indicator still at the place. And I checked the project and you didn't add the location string, which shows on the permission dialog when the user is asked to share his location. So we need to explain to the user why we're getting his location. So maybe because of that, the issue is, just check it. So you can tell to it your assumptions, I don't know, your ideas, and actually he will respond to you and tell you, the AI, I mean, if you're right or not. And I will also feed him with the latest debug log, just in case. Yeah, you see, it says the user is right. I forgot to add the, yeah, that's something that that really is thanks to my experience. For example, if my wife would do that, she would not know what the problem is. And in this case, it's a good idea to use one of the prompts that I showed you. For example, this one. And it will try to make the problem solvable. Okay. So with all those tools, I mean the IDE, for example, Tray, ButterKit, ShipLocal, all the translation stuff, and also with the ChatGPT or another image generator, you can actually ship the app in one day. It's really, really doable. Okay. Yeah, I know you want to delete it. Yeah, it's normal. Yes, by the way, if you want to do the iOS development, you can see that I'm running the app on my iPhone. You can only do it if you have the paid developer account. If you don't do it, you can start for free, but you will only be able to launch it on the simulator. I will show you how simulator works and looks like. It's basically a copy of the iPhone, but on the computer. The developer program is not expensive. It's only $100 per year. But only with that program you can publish anything. Okay, you can see the iPhone. So let's see what Tray has to offer. Okay, he promises that everything should be fine. So there was a question what I think about using the Cloud Code. Absolutely, use it. Yeah, I use it myself sometimes, but I have the Pro subscription for $20 per month, and it's absolutely not enough. You need a maximum something like 100 or 200 just to be comfortable with Cloud Code. And because I use different tools in different moments, I don't need that expensive subscription, but still I spend on all that stuff around 400 per month, something like that, for different services. Yeah, Cloud Code is very, very nice tool, very smart. I love it too. Okay, where was? So yeah, this is how simulator looks. It may seem that you can go without the real device, but you cannot, because the simulator does not have a lot of sensors that exist in the iPhone. In the iPhone, there are more than 100 different physical sensors that simulator just cannot simulate. The simplest one is camera. There is no camera. The GPS, the accelerometer, the gyroscope, the compass, nothing like that on the simulator. So you can develop on the simulator to a certain extent, but not for the production. Okay, let's stop it and run on device. Wait. Here. Yes, you don't see it, but it displayed the permission dialog for a location. Apple deliberately does not show any permission dialogs on the screen mirroring. Okay, yeah, it now has my current location. It looks correct. I know it by heart already. Yeah, and it shows the earthquakes. So yeah, we are done. Everything worked fine, in my opinion. You saw yourself that it's absolutely doable. And now let's continue to the other stuff. So you know what you saw already. I showed you the workflow from the start to beginning. I showed you what we do when we get the problems. Yeah, I will share with you my collection of prompts, my skills, my agents and my rules. Yeah, and yeah, about the tray, I already told you why I prefer this program. Yeah, because it kind of combines all the features that I want. For example, I will just show you something. Let's open Cursor and Windsurf. Yeah, these are the two most kind of popular AI IDEs in the world, I would say. And what we got here, this is Windsurf. We have the audio input, but no prompt enhancement. Yeah. Then let's go to Cursor. What we have here, we don't have either audio input or prompt enhancement. Nothing here. Yeah, despite the fact that Cursor is the leader. And what else? Coda. Yeah, this one is also nice, almost like Tray, but the problem is that you cannot connect any other models except for the built-in models. Yeah, no choice. And I have also anti-gravity. Nice program, very good. But yeah, the problem with this thing is that there is no prompt enhancement. Also, no selection of other models except for the built-in ones, and it's really I don't know, running out of tokens really fast. So it's maybe for one day of work, not more. Yeah, so I also use Claude, but yeah, it's for me it's really expensive. I like Codex. It's my second go-to tool after Tray. Really nice. And it really does its job very good. And yeah, I think that's all. I don't use CLI, and I don't use things like Copilot, which runs on GitHub and stuff like that, because I just don't need it. Yeah, for iOS development. Oops. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so let's go. So how to save money? As I said, you connect your another model, like a Chinese model or a local running model. You try not to forget to compress the context, and yeah, just choose a plan wisely. If you're trying some IDE. Here is a small comparison. I will not go through it right now. You will receive this presentation, all of you, and yeah, you can check it yourself. And now is the time for the questions, and I will go first. So, will AI replace programmers? Yeah, I think no. Why? Yeah, despite the fact that I told you myself that the cost of code is nearly zero, there is a still demand for architectural knowledge. That's one. And another thing is that in the past, to make an app, it would take 2-3 developers, a manager for the investor. And it will be like at least 50,000 euros to make. That's quite a lot of money. And right now, to make all this, you need a team of one human and several AI agents. And now it's not 50,000, it's like 5,000, something like that for an app. And there were a lot of people who had an idea and wanted to make an app for themselves, but they could not afford it. Now they can. So as a consequence of this, we will have much more clients, much more work than we have now. Yeah? and we will need people. So I think all those developers that are fearing that they will lose the job, they just need to move to the architectural mode, and just continue what they are doing. Yeah, that's all. That's my opinion on that. Cheaper teams, more clients. Yeah, and also other important things, that responsibility and liability and compliance. You just cannot sue AI. Yeah, you need a human to sue or bring to court, or I don't know, to be responsible for security, for compliance. You need someone. Yeah, in any case, the board of directors need a human. So AI just cannot replace in this context. Yeah, so the security problem. Yeah, security is a additional layer which you need to think of when you're developing, before you developing, and after you developed. And that's kind of a bigger topic to discuss. I will not go into this now. I think I will make additional workshop on that, because it's really, really important. I'm an expert in that. I'm a white hat hacker and penetration tester. I made my own tool to explore the vulnerabilities in iOS and macOS applications, and I really can give you a lot of information how to protect your app from hacking, from any problems. Actually, 99% of guarantee, I would say. There is always 1%. Yeah, so if you like Tray, here you can go and join their communities in Discord and Reddit, and try it yourself. Also, there will be a gift from the company, from Tray. So all of you will receive the 14 days trial of Pro plan. And also, you people who came here by food, you will receive additional 3 days as a thank you for finding your time. Yeah, so this is what comes next. So this is the plan of my workshops that I plan to do this year. So I plan 5 more shops about that all. And yeah, I may change the topics a little bit. I think I will move the AI code security for the next one. But yeah, this you can expect from me this year. Yeah, this is also links to my Instagram, LinkedIn, and my website. I have a website. And yeah, some also things to join the Tray. And now I'm listening for your questions. Yeah.
Can you share the cost to develop the app today? Because you showed that you had, I think, 21.60.
Yeah. Good idea. Thank you.
Well,
Let's go. Minimax. Okay, so it's less than $2. People would be tired of installing so many apps. Yeah, for the beginning, you just need 2, Tray and Xcode. And then if you really want to publish an app, you can do it kind of in a simple way, without translating, without making fancy screenshots. Just make the screenshots from the iPhone, stuff like that. So you can launch minimally. The POC can be really small, and then you can check the traction, the market fit, and if it goes well, then you invest more time and more tools in that. Yes, I will send you all the prompts. So my approach to marketing, yes, I have my own secrets. I will show you quickly. I have a special list. Yeah, here it is. I have a special list of things to do during development and after the development of the iOS application. So yeah, these are the mandatory things to do in application. These are optional things to do. These are things to do on the App Store. These are things to do both in the App Store. And these are the types of promotion that really work.
Last question.
Yeah.
So what would be your advice if I want to build a more complex application that is composed by a backend, a frontend, a database, an authentication, and so on? Would it be like better to specify everything in one shot, or define different components, different projects, and then after that, try to merge everything?
In your place, I would not fit everything in one project or one prompt even. Yeah, it's absolutely no. I would even develop it in different IDEs. For example, the UI part in Tray, the backend in, I don't know, in Code, and so on. But you will still have something that ties everything together: the spec file, the architecture file, and the list of tasks file that we generated at the beginning. Why I would do that? Because yeah, because you will have kind of different approaches from different AIs, and it's in my experience, it's more effective.
The way to tie everything together would be like
you can just work in the same folder with all of them. You can place your backend in the same folder as frontend and also as a mobile app. Yeah.
How do you maintain the application? Do you do some coding with this generative AI, or
Yeah.
you will do this?
So for the maintaining of the application, so first thing I do normally in the application, I install the bug tracker to see what's wrong inside. So normally I use Firebase and the Crashlytics. I'll show you quickly. Let me. For some apps, I have 0 crashes. That's good. But for some, I have some. Yeah, so Video Converter, it's one of my most successful apps, and you see there are crashes. These crashes, that's I did while testing, but normally when users have some problems, you will see a crash here. And if you click on it, it will give you more information, and the Firebase even will try to resolve it and tell you what the problem is. And also you can just download the crash and just copy paste it to the AI, and it will fix it. That's the workflow I use. And yes, I normally make updates regularly to my apps. I would say every month or 2 months. I also read what the users write in the reviews. For example, I will give you an example. Where is my video upscaler? Here. There is a section called ratings and reviews. And as you see, I have different opinions here. So the average is 4.1, and I have 1-star reviews and so on. So I just read what the users write, what they complain about. For example, this one, I didn't know that this problem exists at all. So when the user selects 60 FPS to convert the video, he gets 25. I didn't know that, you know, and it's not a crash. You can track it in the Crashlytics. Yeah, the users are gold. Of course, there are shitty reviews like this. Yeah, but just ignore them. Yeah, there are other like this. I love it. Yeah, and they are really inspiring. Sorry. But actually, Apple does a very good job filtering out these things. It somehow identifies that it's a scam. It's competitors trying to downgrade your reviews and so on. And yeah, I have a lot of them, but I still have a good rating. Yeah, I monetize my apps. In every app, I install the paywall, and it's always a monthly, weekly, and yearly subscription, and also a lifetime one-time purchase. Because there are people who just want to pay once, yeah, who hate subscriptions. And yeah, it works. I also use a special service called Revenue Cat. Yeah, which kind of measures your success and
lost the screen.
It was saying it needs to cool down, so maybe we need to wait.
doesn't react. Okay, so anyway, I was finishing. There is a service, Revenue Cat, which manages your payments, your subscriptions inside the app. And what's the best feature about that? When you have a new subscriber, it just sends you a push notification. It's so satisfying that someone pays for your app. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any strategy for committing in GitHub, like to avoid a crash?
Yeah, good, very good question. I commit regularly. I would say, yeah, after every 1 or 2 responses from AI, I commit. Yeah, the app for Android, yeah, the same principle. You just need to be familiar a little bit with Android Studio, because development for Android is completely different. It's absolutely different as for iOS. The only common thing is the App Store optimization, the same principles, like good text, translations, good quality of screenshots and stuff like that. But it's absolutely doable as well for the Android. Same principle. Yeah. I don't do that for Android because 80% of paying customers are on iOS. That's statistics. Do you ever face troubles or your apps ever get rejected? Yeah, my apps normally get rejected 3 or 4 times before they get approved. That's normal. Yeah, that's absolutely normal. There are so many rules, so many small things and details that require you to add to the App Store or to the app that you just cannot track everything. They work like your QA team, like a testers. They will test your app for you. They will warn you if you have some intellectual rights infringement. For example, I created a internet radio app, and I cannot publish it. They just don't let me because I don't have the agreement with the FM FG radio. I wanted to stream FG radio, you know, the FG radio, and I don't have agreement with them, and Apple does not let me publish it. So yeah, they are doing work for you. You need to treat them with respect. They are nice guys. Sometimes if you're really stuck, you can call them. You can ask them to be on a call. That's really rare, but sometimes it happens for complex cases. Do you test the user experience of the app before publishing it? Yes, on Reddit. On Reddit, there are subreddits for where people can test your app for free. You just post the link to the test flight, they download it, and they will give you the feedback. That's free. If we build apps with AI, we will not get any issues. No, man. You will get a lot of issues. Yes.
Yeah, you mentioned that you can run the models locally. Like, does it stress the hardware like crypto mining
Yes.
could do back in the days, or
It really stresses the hardware.
and it's like so it's you need to renew more often, I guess.
You mean the hardware?
Yeah.
Yeah. It tries to stay on the latest Mac, and you will be good. But yeah, as I showed you, you can install the less the smaller model, yeah, and try to use it. Nowadays, models are really good. The progress is enormous. Okay, what applications integration do you find are best for payment processing, or is it best to depend on Apple Pay? First, I doubt that Apple will let you use any other external payment processing without a special kind of agreement or treatment. They will also require you to install the Apple payment and the external one. I use sometimes Stripe. Stripe is great. Very mature platform, easily integrated. Yeah, no problem with that. How did you connect to the live earthquake data? There is a free API for that, and you don't need even to register. Yeah, it works without the API key. How easy can you switch to a built-in, for example, Cursor or another IDE? Very, very easy, because the rules, the skills, the agents are all similar. You just copy-paste the files, and they work in Cursor or Windsurf. Really easy. They are based on the same platform, on the VS Code from JetBrains. So, yeah.
VS Code is Microsoft.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there are videos that Apple sometimes rejects the vibe coding, but it's not because of the vibe coding, guys. It's for another reason. Because of they have this special condition. It's for the copycats. There are lots of very similar applications, and there are sensitive topics like VPN, for example. And there are hundreds of VPNs. So if you do another VPN or to-do tracker, they will just tell you that it's enough. Enough is enough. We have a lot of them already. Yeah, do something more creative. So that's why they get rejected, because many people, they try to vibe code simple ideas that everybody does, and it just doesn't work because nobody will use your app. Yeah, good question. So there is a cost for IDE and cost for the tokens. Which combination gives the best impact per USD spent? Just find the IDE that you like. They mostly cost the same money, but Tray is less expensive. It's cheaper, and also Decoder is really expensive. So I use either of these, and I connect my own third-party models. So I usually work with show you Minimax, as I told you already, Qwen 3 Coda, Kimi K2.5 already, and GLM5. DeepSeek is stupid, but yeah, the best combo is Minimax or GLM5. These are the best model. And no, it's third-party models via API key. Yeah, about MCP connection, it's a separate topic. I will not go into this today, maybe in the next workshop. How do you mostly promote the app to get users? Do you invest in paid ads? No, I tried a lot of times and it just doesn't work. It's too expensive. I do it on Reddit. Reddit is the best way to promote an app. There are many subreddits that allow you to post info about your app. And also there are ads on Reddit that really look and work good. They are cheap and much cheaper than, for example, in Meta or in Apple search, and they work. For example, I promoted this workshop on Reddit, and I got 800 signups. Okay.
But on Reddit, you don't have the same demographics as on Meta or anything else?
No, you can select demographics. You can select a lot of things, but it's much more simpler than on Meta. For me, setting up an ad on Meta is like, I don't know, it's a headache. It's overhead. I don't know. It's very difficult for me. But on Reddit, it's just 2 minutes. Yeah. As I said, I don't think that AI will replace us. I don't think, really.
Not yet.
Yeah, maybe in 2-3 years, something will change, but still, people who pay for the apps need other people to be responsible for them, not AI, at least for that reason. Yeah, okay, so that's all. Let's wrap up. And guys who are online, thank you very much for joining. And yeah, as promised, not today, but tomorrow, I will send everything I promised to everyone. And if you have any questions, you can always reach me. I will also send you how to reach me. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.